Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome to a Wednesday's AM Live. Oh crikey, apologies for the noise. We've got some van that's lorry that's decided to turn around right outside the house. He might be here a while. Stupid clean away. Fingers crossed he does one soon. That's it, bye. Right, he's gone. Whew. Right, let's get on with it. Right, while I'm waiting for all you gorgeous crazies to come in, we have had a little bit of warning. We've had a couple of us chatting in the chat bar before we'd even started today. So, thank you very much, girls, for being here nice and early. Fingers crossed you've now got your drink of choice and I will be coming to say hello. Right, let's get my live chat up so I can see who was or is here. Right, so before I say hello to you all, I'll give you all a chance to come in. If you weren't with me last night, that's fine. You're possibly asleep or at work because, hey, awkward times for different people in different countries. Yes, I am sitting hiding the newest pattern to the collection. This is our cheeky koala, and he will be going live on the 3rd of August. I love him. I think he's so cute. So cute. But it could be a her as well. It depends on the border colour that you choose to put around it. And no, border is not included in said video. I leave that, guys, up to you because that's where you get to be extra creative and choose a border that you want. And for your blanket, and then when you find me off the pictures, I go, oh, I like that one. Right, now, as I said, the pattern will be live on the 3rd of August. He measures in at... oh, where did I write it down last night? Over on this pad. He measures in at 25 inches, which is 66 centimetres wide, and 31 inches, or 31.5 depending, inches in length, or 78 centimetres. And that is on a 4.5 hook with a DK yarn. There we go. And the majority of this, I actually use the Pato Everyday DK. I've noticed they've got a nice colour base and they're cheap. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for a nice, cheap and decent colour base, it's not got all the little colours in between, but it's got some nice colours. There is a link in the description box of this video and this live that will take you over to the Secret Yarn Stash. And that is where I get my DK from, my DK every day, and that is $1.20 at the moment per 100 grams. So I think that is really nice and really cheap. But other colours and other companies are available in other countries, and this one. It's just if you use the link and it's your very first time, you get 10% off your first order. And I also get a little bit of a kickback, and anything I make off the kickback buys the yarn for the poppies, which is why I like to do it, because then it means you guys are buying the yarn in a way. You're buying yourself yarn, but you're buying yarn to help out with the channel and with the poppies. Right, so I'm going to now stop talking about that for a second, because actually no, I'm not. One last little bit, get it over and done with, yeah? I'm in the process of writing out the pattern. I've just got to take the big photo for the main part of it, and then I will be popping it up on my new Ravelry store. Yeah, that's right, I have a Ravelry store. There is one, I mean one pattern on there, which is the unicorn blanket. That was my tester, because I thought, well, everybody that wanted to make it has pretty much made it now. So I've just put it on as my tester, because then if I really mucked up, nobody was going to get upset with me. And so at some point this week, that pattern for the koala will also be joining his unicorn buddy. Right, now let's get off that. Let's get on to reading the messages. Now these messages I'm starting with are what we were going on about before I'd even pressed the go live button. So we started off with our Hildy. She was saying that she had the bell but no stream. Weird. So I had to come in on that one, didn't I? So you're a little early. The stream starts in 20 minutes. Plus 20 minutes early. And do you know why? It was because she actually got a notification. I'm in shock because, as I stated a bit further down, it normally takes 30 minutes for it to notify me of my own live. And Vita is in. She's saying see us live in 15, but hopefully she's a bit further down in the chat. Yep, I was scoffing my breakfast, setting up my second cup of coffee, grabbing my juice for when that's finished, and hitting the toilet, because you know me, I end up having to go halfway through a live, especially the evening ones, because they seem to go on for a little bit. Elaine, welcome in, my darling. I say to everybody that I mentioned above, hello properly. There was only a couple of us. And we have got Jenny, and Jenny saying good morning. And cheeky Kath is back in from Kath's Eye Catchers. And she said yellow. Okay, that's completely confusing me, honey. A yellow for what? I didn't see it. I don't know. Okay. You'll tell me in a minute. Kath is listening for now. She is busy in the kitchen. Oh, you're doing me. You're taking me with you while you do your housework. Sweet. And Vita is back in and she's saying hi all. So we have got 5 of you cheeky crazies are watching at the moment. And now Hildy is back in. You got your brew now, honey. Got yourself something to snack on. So what are you girls all are working on at the moment? What have you got on your hooks? What do you got in your hand? Even if it's cleaning materials. Woohoo! You're getting some done. That's a miracle. Especially in my house. Although I say I'm off to do housework, I walk into a room, look at it and go, nah, walk out, grab my hook, sit down and go, God, dirt, back's gone. Oh, okay. Kath was confusing me with yellow instead of hello. I fully get you, honey. Alright, so Hildy has her coffee, which is a brew. Oh, that's the point, actually. Where's me sitting here chatting away? Did the volume go up at all? Don't know if you're picking up the squeak. That is the mic on a stick that I'll end up bashing with my elbow or the cup of coffee or something. I've got it literally sitting just here by my hand, in the hopes that the volume is working. Well, for you guys. So let's see what's going on. Right, so, and Kathy's doing the dishes. Scrub them, girls, scrub them away. Don't, mine are piling up. I think I've got 2 days worth. We run out of plates. So no, it's coming up for 3 days. Hubby said last night there's no clean plates. I said, what are you going to do? Hoping he'd say wash up. He said, I'll buy a takeaway. So now I know what I need to do if I don't want to cook. Don't wash up. Right, so let's have a nose at what's Hildy up to. She is making the rabbit pillow. The rabbit pillow. Let's get that out. Let's say it properly, shall we? The rabbit pillow. Is that my pattern, Hildy, or is that another creator's or your own? I think you said you was making mine. You were threatening it. I'll bring it over in a minute because I can get to it now. And Elaine is finishing off making wedding activity books for the children for her wedding in October. Oh, do you think they'll use them? I don't know. It depends on the age of the children, doesn't it? So what have you included in your wedding activity book, Elaine? Because that's a pretty nifty little idea, that one. Julie, welcome in, my gorgeous Julie. She is saying she is working on her Lost Souls shawl. That's a really pretty shawl, actually. One day I'll get to it. And Vita is making the Reach for the Stars shawl. Kath has got confusion achieved. For me or for you? Makes no difference. Probably me. It's not difficult. As you guys know, it's really not difficult to confuse the poppy. Ninja, welcome in, honey. She's saying morning, babes. And everyone's saying morning to Ninja. And yes, Hildy is making mine. Give me a second. Ooh. Right, I can't hold this like I used to, or place it like I used to. Mine actually has lollipop sticks in it to support it, so that the ears do stay up. Because it's designed basically to sit on a chair or something, so you can balance it like I'm doing with the ears on my boobies. Right, so there you go. That's what she's making. Now, Hildy, with the ears, honey, if you don't want them so long, just don't start with such a long starting chain. Just write down the number that you use for the pinks so that you match it up with the white, and you'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, I think I went a bit overkill on the length of these ears. But there was an idea behind that, you see. If you make the ears and then attach them to a basic hat, you got your kids a little hat, which will be another pattern for another time that I will show you. Yeah, I've just got to work out the facial features for it. Right, where are we? Ninja. There we go. Kath is saying, when running out of plates, order pizza. In my case, it was last night's dinner, which was cold chicken with chips and salad. The only bit that was still okay by the time I'd finished the live was the salad. Nearly. It was starting to wilt a bit. The chicken was solidified. The chips were like cardboard. But to be honest, I was that hungry, and I thought, well, it tastes like my mum's cooking, so I don't mind. Oh, I'm lucky she doesn't watch my lives, otherwise I would get in trouble. Right, so in the books that Elaine's making for the wedding, for the kiddies, they've got colouring sheets, mazes, word searches. And then she's made personal sets of colouring pencils for the kids. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cute. What are the ages of the kids you got going? My lot were happy with, what did we give them? Bubbles. Yeah, because we had like, one was, what, 2? Because we only had a few kids because I've got such a large extended family, like mum's one of 7, they've each got at least, I've got one aunt that's got 1 and the rest average 3 kids. I couldn't afford to pay out for all the kids meals, and there wouldn't have been enough room. Last count it was something like I've got 27 cousins, and at that point some of us had already started having kids as well. And it's just like, it's just not doable. So I literally had the kids for my wedding party. So there was my eldest daughter, and then 3 that flew over from Australia. So that was my niece and nephews from Australia. They came. And then we had 2 other cousins that were from Scotland. And that was solely because in my head, the venue where I was at was only about 10 minutes away from the local hospital, and my family are all looped around that hospital, so the parents would have beaten the kids to the hospital if they had to go via ambulance at any point in time. So that was my way of thinking, was, well, I'm that close to the hospital, you'll beat your kid there if there is an incident. So there's not really a big issue, whereas the Australian lot and the Scottish lot, they couldn't leave their kids behind, although they might have wanted to. They couldn't. So the littlest one was my page boy, and then my niece was of course a fellow bridesmaid along with my daughter, and then my other nephew, who was the older nephew, he's sort of in between the 2 girls' ages, he was the second best man. He was in charge of the kids, which the niece wasn't too impressed with, because he barked his orders at her all night and she was the eldest. Yeah, so we just had bubbles and the music, and because it was quite a smaller group, everyone was dancing with the kids and spending time with the kids as much as anything else. Thank you very much, Ninja. She's saying that the blanket behind me is adorbs, meaning adorable. That pattern starts is going live on the channel on the 3rd, and will also be in the Ravelry shop as soon as possible. I will give you all a nudge. I will stick it once it's up there, on there. Sorry, I will notify you via the the community tab on here, as well as on Insta and Facebook. Just in case any of you are interested in jumping in early and getting a bit of a head start. If you are, tell me and I'll tell you what colours you're going to need to either pull out of your stash or buy from the shop. I've got that listed here by the side of me. Hildy is saying thanks for the tip, Poppy. That's okay, darling. As I said, the ears are extremely long. You can also, it's made as well so that you can put wire in the ears. I just chose not to. I couldn't be bothered. Or did I? Hold on. No, I did put wire in. It's just not a very thick wire. If I'd have put a nice thick one in, it would have held a bit better. But I think the main problem is that the ears wibble wobble from the join area. There's nothing really you can do about that, I don't think. But one of you who's probably done wire work will hopefully suggest a way for me to fix it. Jane, welcome in, darling. And welcome in Kay as well. Sorry, I nearly missed you there, darling. Aha, Madidi, welcome in, my darling. What are you doing awake? It's mega early. Mega early. I've responded to your email from last night. Shall I can pull it up if you want and I can read it to everybody. I was in a very cheeky mood this morning. Oh, blimey, Ellen. She's got 15 kids coming to the wedding and they are aged between 1 and 12. Okay, I'm just thinking what else you could do for the older ones. What about boxes of Lego? Set them to task, building, I don't know, like get them to build something. Pick a kit that you actually want in the house. So if, say your other half is into Star Wars or something, and get them sitting there making the big round R2-D2, not R2-D2, but the other one from the new one. Oh no, you've got it proper set up. Oh no, you haven't. That was Kath. Sorry, at Kath's venue, she had a big playground and bouncy castle. They had TV and DVD for the evening, and the kids had a blast. They barely saw them. That sounds like you set up a sleepover room, babe. Which, to be honest, isn't a bad idea if you can get away with it. No, if we'd have got a bouncy castle, the kids would have been inside and the adults would have been on the bouncy castle. So it wasn't really something that we would have done at ours. Right, so Kathy's saying hello to everyone. I missed a while having my hands dirty. By the way, she was doing the washing up, just in case you were wondering. And she also suggests letting the elder ones have their phones. They'll be happy. Saying that though, most of the youngsters, the little ones as well, just give them Peppa Pig on YouTube and they're chuffed. Especially if you nick their devices for 2 or 3 days beforehand, so that their addiction to it is built up and built up and built up. So as soon as you give it to them, they're like, oh, thank you. Then you won't see it. Oh, bless. Right. Our Dee yesterday night, or last night, I should say, won one of the prizes on the live. And so she fired me off the email as I ask you all to do. But she hasn't done any of the steps. In other words, she hadn't popped her a comment on the video once the video had come off live. I do that so that I can check that the person who's actually sent me the email is the proper person. Because then I give you a code. You shove that code into the very first comment by using the edit button. And then I know it's definitely you before I send off the email. Now, I don't do favourites. every one of you that wins has to go through the same steps, including Dee Dee, which is daft, and including a couple of the other YouTube creators that come on and play the games alongside you, or even oh brain, oh crikey, even the girls that have won previously. I make them do it again and again and again. Okay, so every time you have to do all of the steps. So Dee Dee had fired me off the email saying, surprise me with my pattern, to which the response was something along the lines of basically that you haven't done the steps, please do it, otherwise I'll be lynched by everybody. I play no favourites. So I will be checking for your comment on last night's video and going on with the emails after the live today. So if you're lucky enough to win today, remember to put the comment on this video once it goes into replay, then fire me off the email to claim your prize. Just read the description box of this video. It gives you the step-by-step on how to claim and what you need to do to be eligible. Right, so let's have another nose at your comments quick. Dee said she woke at 5:45 AM this morning. What time is it over there now, Dee? Well, you're -5, aren't you? I think. Was it about 7 at yours now? Right, she said that she'd read and responded to the email. She was a little out of it. She was surprised to learn she was one of the winners. She thought we were playing last night just for fun. I think the one that you won was really the most fun out of all of them, because of course normally it's per question per winner, but last night a couple of our winners actually had already got all 4 of the patterns, so or had got the patterns out of the 4 that they wanted, so they literally went, roll it on, throw another card, and I think the main part of that probably started at about 15 minutes to the hour, which was coming up for hour 2, and I didn't really want to go over because my dinner was sitting there getting stone cold and I think we ended up going for what, another 20 minutes after the hour, so it was like 2 hours 20 just trying to get the last pattern won, basically. Otherwise I was threatening to hold on to it till next week. Because next week, of course, May the 4th, that gorgeous pattern will no longer be available as a winner only prize. What I'm planning to do is just have 4 that you can win. So of course when a new one comes on, the oldest one goes off. But I have also had a thought about how you could get your hands on that pattern at a later point. So don't worry, you will have an opportunity to get your hands on it. It's just working out when. So where was, right, Kath said, yeah, I keep on messing it up. She makes me do it over and over again. Yeah, I do. I am so evil. Ninja, I know that one. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Do you want the rest of the song, darling? And the dance moves? Yeah, that is what I made her put when she had to, when she went to claim one of her prizes. I was in a very sarcastic mood that night. What I tried to do basically is match up your code basically either to the pattern that you want to win, or I just give you some randomness like Aragorumi got. I think because on that live we were talking about spelling mistakes, and I was like, I can spell the long stuff, I just can't spell the short stuff. So that's why I put in supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And the thing is, what I do is I do put them in little air brackets. And so you can just literally copy it, run your mouse over, copy it and paste it. I try and do it as simple as possible for you guys, so then hopefully you'll return the favour for me. Right, so Dee is saying it's 6:22 over there, so I'm guessing because I've been talking a little bit longer, it's probably more like 6:25 now AM. And Jane has got thunderstorms over in Liverpool. We're just overcast here at the moment. We had some last night, which is why I slept so lovely. I love thunderstorms. I'm a nightmare for them. Hey, Froggy went to knitting. Welcome in, darling. She's saying good morning, everybody. Kathy's saying hi to Froggy. All right, people are saying hi to Froggy, hi to Catherine. We'll just skip all them ones. Hildy is saying she can't even say it. Can you sing it? Sorry, I'm being so evil. Sorry, Hildy. Yeah, because supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, of course, is out of that Mary Poppins film. So I'm bound to know that one. I used to get teased about it, so. Yeah, and that's the silly thing, isn't it, Hildy? I can say that word, but pronounce your name correctly? No, I'm probably still doing it wrong today, but you didn't say anything about the way I was pronouncing it last night, although you did say last week I could just call you Heidi, because that's how my brain reads it. But I'm trying not to. I'm trying to use the proper one if I can get away with it. If not, we're going to just call it a nickname. Hopefully. Right. So, let me see. We have got a good morning tank. Okay. Have we got a tank in chat? I might have missed that one. If we have, hello. Right, Elaine is saying it is lovely and sunny there in South Yorkshire. Ooh. So there is some sun somewhere in this country at the moment. You're nicking it all. That's fine. Because as soon as it hits here, it's going to get humid again. Okay, so Hildy is saying nope. Okay, I'm still getting it wrong. Oh no, nope in regards to the word, so, and says stop by super. That is perfectly fine. I'll stop saying it now, it might be bugging you. And no worries, and you can. So I think we're on, I can use it as a nickname. Okay, so our DD is saying actually she is pretty much rubbish at following crochet patterns, so I can keep it and give it to somebody next time. Not that she's not ungrateful, but she does understand. Granny, what I can do is, because you've said choose it, I had one in mind that I wanted to give you, but you can change it up. With the patterns that I send out, not only do you have a chart, you have it's broken down as descriptions on how to do the stitch, all of that's in there, and you got the box counts. So it's just like following along with one of the tutorials. You've just got to imagine me reading the box counts to you. That is it. But if you really don't want it, then that's fine. I will just roll it on. Actually, I might even hold on to it and use it as a birthday giveaway. But if not, don't worry. I've got plenty. Right, so where were we? So yeah, as I said, all of those are the winning patterns, I should say, are May the 4th, Tree in a Flower Pot, and the Webtastic. You could actually make those just using granny squares, my DD. Might take you some time though, because they will be quite big, but you could do little granny squares of maybe 3 rounds, including the circle. And if you make them sort of that big and then sew them all together, that's another way of doing it. And then you've only got to match them up row by row according to the picture. Okay, I've got Kay singing the tune. I'm going to have to swap it in a minute and give you guys a spoonful of sugar instead. Lorna, welcome in, darling. She's saying good morning, everybody. And we got a couple of more good mornings flying backwards and forwards there. Oh, it's jumped again. Okay, my cheeky Kath is trying to help me out here with pronunciation for our gorgeous Hildy. So it's Hilda. Hilda. Oh. Oh, could that be correct? I'm going to have to scout down now and find out. Right, Froggy's been up all night too. She's in a bit of pain, so she couldn't sleep. And Lorna is from Somerset in the UK. I have got some crazies in the UK sneaking in all of a sudden. I haven't seen you guys. I haven't normally got a lot of crazies in. We're doing pretty well. Yes, Hilda. Fingers crossed. I'm trying a new one. Yeah, you could turn them into pixel crochet with those three because they're smaller out of all the patterns, and that's how they were designed, was in a pixel style. Just as an idea, if you don't fancy doing corner to corner, although the corner to corner version will be a lot quicker. They will also come out a lot smaller, which means that if you are a pattern collector of mine, you would be able to add the May the 4th, the flower tree and Webtastic all into one blanket, or hold out and see what else I throw at you next month. Talking of next month, what do you guys think? And should we go for another pixel style? As in a superhero of some kind, or should we go a bit more cutie and go for a Disney one? I'll just put it like that. Because of course I need to work out what pattern next month I will be releasing, well, not releasing, but giving away as the pattern only prize, because I've got a few of them still. Right, so we've got a couple of hellos. Our Dee Dee is praying, Froggy, that your pain lessens, darling. Right. So Ellen is saying cute and Disney. So we've got one vote for Disney. We've got another vote for Disney. I think I'm going to be stitched up with a Disney. And if it's a Disney, then it's a big one. I'm thinking something with a long nose and secret alcoholism. No, I shouldn't say that about him. Yeah, put it like this. He reminds me of my he's not a rabbit, but he has big ears and can fly. Oh, that's what I'm thinking the next one will be. We've got another Disney. Oh. So I'll have a countdown in a few minutes. How many? We got 14 of you guys in at the moment. If you could all do me a big fat favour and hit that thumbs up. Hopefully it will fire out notifications to a couple of other people. And we will get going shortly on... Oh, that's a nice one. Yep, that's definitely a nice one. We will get going on the cards. Oh, actually, I'll just show you one from last night. The cards! Without questions. Right. Now, don't guess what it is, honeys. I'm not going to tell you what the pattern is. I will give you a code name for it, and once it's written out and stuff. A bit like my Stitch in Time. But I think the majority of you have guessed it. It is a big stinker of a blanket, though. I will give you that warning now. It is a big stinker of a blanket. I can't remember the box count across and up at the moment, so I can't even give you that. I just know I've already drawn it up because I drew it up for a mate of mine who wanted one for the baby's bedroom. And she decided she was going to try and crochet because I'd said to her, I'm sorry, I can draw you it up, but I haven't got time to make it. Because at this point she was due when I was midway through making the last crochet along. And I had a couple of other things that I was working on as well, and I was like, I just don't have time to put them down. I've promised other people this, that, and the other. So I'd made her the pyjama case that was an elephant, and she went out and she bought her hook and she bought one ball of yarn, because I said to her, don't waste your money and buy one ball of yarn, practice the stitch. She got angry with chaining. So she's like, I'm not doing it. You can forget it. And I was like, okay, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. Have another go, because she's like me, she's stubborn, so she'll say, I'm not doing it, and put it down, and she'll just be sitting there staring at that wall for 3 or 4 days, and it would have got on her nerves, so she'd have had another go at it, or tried to talk one of her daughters into doing it instead. Let's have a look. I will go through those. Kath, right, okay, so hold on a minute. We've got a couple of Kath is saying I should make something that I can also sell. I am doing, darling. What it is when I first started making the patterns, I went a bit doolally and I made 40. Oh, so should I say I've got 40 images and 40 charts. I've just got to write up the rest of the patterns. And I then found out that I can't really sell the Disney or the superhero group that I'd made, that I really like. And so because of that, that is why they are the winner only patterns, because at least then I know they are going out. And when you guys get around to making them and you send me the pictures, I can still show those, and I can still show your work, and I can be really proud in the fact that I drew the picture and you made it. So I can still do that. So it benefits us all, really. And it also means that I'm not going, oh my gosh, I could have earned X amount on today's lives if I'd just sold the patterns, because I know I can't. So it's an added bonus as well. But as I said, that one will be a paid for pattern that you can purchase pattern, sorry. Just give me a minute, gang. I'm on my live, darling. Can you come back in an hour?
Where can I grab some money for the lunch?
Nick it out of the pot in Dad's room.
Okay.
Thanks, babe. Right, sorry. That was my daughter. She's just coming down. She's about to take Liam out because it's overcast. The floor's all right, so his feet don't get burned. Right, so let's set you up with the question for today, or one of the questions for today's live. And I thought we'd had this one before, but we haven't, which is pretty cool, and I'm sure we are going to be able to fire these off really quickly, which is a problem, right? But as I've said before, with this, it is a case of fire off as many answers as you can, as many as you can think of, and he's the first person on my live chat that wins, and to win you need to guess number 5, okay? And there is 10 possible answers, and I will read through them in a moment once we get going. So the question is ABBA hits. So that's it. Name as many ABBA songs as you can. Mark the chat. Right, now let's count my Disney and superhero. Dear, what am I like? So we got a 1 there. 2 for Disney. That is a guess on the Disney. 2 got it right. Oh crikey, I had a skip. Beverly, welcome in, darling. Sorry it's taken me so long to get to you. Someone put a new battery in me this morning. She is saying good morning to us. This is perfect. She has her tea and she's knitting a sweater she's from Newfoundland in Canada. Oh, sweet. What time is it over in Canada, Beverly? Just so I know, because I'm trying to work out the best possible time to get as many of you here as possible, so none of you are missing out. Hilda has said that she loves the pattern that character for next month, which will be the winner only, by the way. So you'll all be back next month. Cool. So people have said hello to Beverly. And Jen has already hit the thumbie. Thank you very much, darling. Okay, so welcome in Viola's daughter. Sorry, darling, I can't pronounce your first one. It will take me a little while because I've not really read it enough times yet. So I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to call you a Viola for now until I get that first name correct. Beverly is saying good morning to a Froggy. And Hildy is saying, and bring it, thumbs up, smiley faces. That's brilliant. Thank you ever so much, gang. Oh, and what's my ninja saying? Bum. Yeah, you're making me bumble. And so thank you. Nitty's saying, our Dee Dee is saying hello. Oh, right. I see where you're coming, Kath. You were hoping that I would do the little Hawaiian girl to go with a stitch in time. I was tempted, but then I realised we may have issues doing a right skin tone colour match. I know I definitely would. So I thought that might be a bit awkward for people to colour match, because of course I wouldn't be able to guide you as I did with stitch in time, because of course I'd made an amigurumi, so I still had some of that yarn left over, so I knew what colour really worked for that character. I haven't done that on all of them, gang. It was just the fact that I've managed to do that on stitch because of that. Sorry, a stitch in time. Get myself in trouble now. Kath is saying that she's seen patterns with licensed images for sale with a different name. I wondered how they don't get hit. It's because of the different name. It's like I could get away with possibly putting these on my Ravelry store and just calling them what I call them on the channel. But I don't want to run the risk. I'm sorry, it's that simple. If I got hit, crikey would I get hit. They take away all of the money that you make selling the pattern, and then they charge you extras on top. Sorry, just give me a minute. Sorry, darling?
It's raining. I can't take them out just yet.
It is raining. Have you thought about using an umbrella? He likes getting wet. She doesn't.
I don't like drying off.
He loves being dried off. Right. Sorry, my daughter's meant to be taking the dog out, but it's raining. She's like, I don't mind taking him for the walk, I just don't like drying him off. But the thing is, he loves it because you just get a dry towel and you just scruff him up with it. And he will stand there for half an hour and then demand more when he knows he's dry. Right, so, and now we are on to your ABBAs. Hopefully I've chatted enough. I forgot to work out what the time was. And I will start going down the names that you've put out. That's right, brain went to sleep then. Right, so where were we? Oh, okay, I didn't scoot up far enough. And there we go. Right, so first up was Ellen's guess with Mamma Mia, which was number 3. And then Hilda said, give me. So they said, gimme a Man After Midnight. I know that one. And that's not on the card. But then saying that they have got a few. SOS is not on the card. Waterloo is a number 4. So close there, Kath. Someone had to do it, and winner takes it all is a number 10, Kath. And Ellen's one that starts with the V is not on the card. Dancing Queen. Whoop. You can all stop. We have a winner. I gave it to you long enough. Congratulations, Kay. You've gone and done it, darling. That's Kay's Crochet Heaven. The correct answer is a Dancing Queen. So, Kay, would you like a pattern that you haven't already got out of the choice of 4? Or are we rolling it over and I'm turning the card and we'll read what's on the other side? If not, don't worry, I'll still be rolling it over. So you still get another go. Everyone else gets another go. Right. Oh. Right. Oh, I've probably said it twice now. Right. So let's have a look through to see what else you guys guessed at. Dancing Queen was out, of course, our winner. Fernando was number 7. Actually, I'll just read them off the card. It's going to be a little bit easier. Right, so where are we? So, welcome in, Beverly, if I hadn't said hello to you already. I'm going to have to look it up on the map. It's 8:10 a.m. where she is. Okay, so not too bad. So, of course, it is a good morning, good afternoon. Welcome in, Whisper. Hiya, honey. Yeah, Fernando. Sorry, I left you guys going for a bit too long there, didn't I? Right, Kathy's saying good point on the colour match. Skin tones are hard. That was in regards to a friend for the Stitch in Time blanket. I've lost it. There we go. Win a K. So you're all now catching up. I am getting there. Honestly, I'm catching up with you. It depends. A Whisper is saying it depends on which idiot I get from the huge copyright department. Yeah, as I've said, I'm just not playing with it. I'm just not going to sell them. If I don't sell them, they can't slap me for money. They can just tell me to stop giving them away. Which the speed I am giving them away, you guys will all have the patterns you want by the time they find me. Thankfully, I'm still a small channel and I've only got the one pattern on the Ravelry. There you go. I'll stick it up just on the off chance you want to go and grab the unicorn blanket.
Mum, where are the umbrellas?
Under the sink in the laundry. If not, don't worry, try again later. I know that's what she wants. Right. Oh, crikey. A Whisper said that she was a good girl and she'd asked if she was allowed to publish her Baby Yoda pattern, which is rather cute. And she was given a loud no by Disney. Sorry. Okay, darling. Sorry, my daughter's just informing me she is taking Liam out later for a walk because someone's stolen all the umbrellas. She seems to forget her coat's got a hat on it. Teenagers. Right, so Beverly is making a mile a minute Afghan. And yes, Hilda, it is a case of they don't have enough, as if they don't have enough money. They come and hit the crafters. It's not like us crocheters can knock out 50 million of them to sell. And have you seen the state of some of the teddies they've got in the shops or in those grabbing machines? It's like, really? They've got a label on marked CE. There is no way that stuff has been CE tested. It's all made in China and shipped in. Right, so I missed Kay's response. Where was it? Kay, can you jot it down again in the chat, darling? Are you keeping the are you going to be firing me off an email for the pattern that you may not have, or are we rolling it on? Because I can't remember if you are an avid collector of 4 out of 4 patterns or not, or if you've only made it to 2 or 3. Where are we? Kath has said it sucks, but she understands why they don't make any exceptions. The merch and licensing is what they make their money off of. I suppose. It's just not fair. And we have a good morning, Lacey. So, Lacey, good morning. If I've missed you, honey, apologies if I've missed anybody else in the mad 5 minutes we've just had. I know, Kath. Kath is saying a little rain never kills anybody, but she will melt. No, when I say it's only raining a little, it's because we lived in the valleys in Wales for a while, and you used to see the rain coming down the valley. You'd just be like, oh, here it comes. And I would take the kids to school, and they would be wearing like a water break thing that you would wear if you, say, went to Disney and you went on the water rapid rides. You'd have one of them pullovers that you'd pull right over. They had one of them, and they had this all singing, all dancing, meant to be waterproof, and you're not meant to get wet. And the things scraped the ground, or nearly scraped the ground, and they'd have their wellies on. When I got them to school, then I used to put them in their school uniform, because the rain came down so hard it was like you were standing under a waterfall. And you would see it coming. You could see all the parents running, come on kids, leg it, just to get them to school before it hits. And that's why most of them never used to actually get dressed until after they'd done the school run, because half the time it was like 4 out of the 5 days it would be chucking it down with rain. And when I mean rain, I mean that type of rain, not the silly dusty stuff that we get in the UK. Oh, sorry, I went off on a tangent again, didn't I? Cheeky. So a whisper was saying that they did, that Disney did appreciate her asking if she could make that pattern, and they did actually check her Ravelry, Etsy, and Instagram. So Beverly is asking, what am I working on? Once I finish here today, I am going to be adding a border to this guy. And then I've got to get back to them poppies. I've got 60 sitting there waiting to be put together and have the brooches put on and all the rest of it. Actually, I've probably got a few more than that, because what I've started doing is I would just make them up when I'm in the car with hubby or whatnot, and I make them in little batches of 5 and then stick them in the box and stack them. So I've probably got a bit more than 60 now, but I only ever declare 60 on the channel at a time, and that's only once they're completed. So that's basically that, and the pattern are what I'm going to be working on. So when I get off here, it's going to be emails first, pattern second, upload it to Ravelry and notify you guys, and then third will be finishing off. Oh no, I've got to do the other way around, don't I? Emails to the winners, then finish the blanket, then take the photos, right up, finish up the pattern, and then notify you it's all done and you can purchase it early. That's the plan for today. And then this evening, if I've still got half a brain cell, I'll be sewing in more ends on the poppies. Okay, breaking forms, Disney chips off. Where am I? What am I working on? So Hilda brought something from Disney and they chipped after the first use and broke. All I can say is I'm not overly keen on any merchandise from any of the big places, because what was it, we bought the girls a doll from Disney, and one of them looked really, really lovely until you turned the eyes off and the eyes just sort of stared at you. if there was a bit of light in the room, all you could see was the eyes, and they looked like they were following, so it freaked the kid out. So she had this doll that she used to turn and face the wall every night before she went to bed. And then the youngest one, she had a fairy doll, and it didn't last the first wash cycle. And I was doing what it said on the label. I'd stuck it in a pillowcase for extra precaution as well, and the thing did not last one wash. Kay is saying that Aragurumi said that she said a dancing queen before me. Okie dokies, I'll run back up. But as I've said to you, it is the first person on my live, on my screen, and nobody else's. That way there's no disagreement. Where am I? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Abby hits. Mamma Mia, give me SOS Waterloo. Winner takes it all. Dancing Queen. She did. I am so sorry. Okay, Ninja, give me a nudge as well. And as I've already announced the actual winner, that one still stands. But yeah, Ninja, nudge me on Facebook later, girl. And that is that one fixed. Oop. Luckily, my Ninja knows what I'm like, eh? Right, there we go. Let's go all the way back down again. Right, I'm going to set you guys up another question while I then try and catch up yet again on the chat. Right, so this one, I'm about to get raided by the daughter again by the sounds of it. I'm just going to type it in. Right, so it is, spelt incorrectly again. There we go. Right, and the question is things associated with Robin Hood. Okay, so I am now marking the chat, and it is things associated with Robin Hood. While you're firing in those ideas, I'm going to carry on reading out the chat from half hour ago. Oh dear. Right, so sorry for leaving so soon, but my lack of sleep has got me sleepy, and now I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. So have fun and have a fab day, Poppy and all. Have a nice nap, my DD. Hopefully you're still just listening and you haven't quite dozed off yet. But if you have, don't worry. I will catch you on one of your lives shortly. I think you've got one this evening. Fingers crossed. Whisperer said she she wanted a pattern she didn't have yet. Okay, I am lost. I'm not too sure, Whisper. I will reread the chat and try and work out what that one is. Oh, okay, darling. Thank you. Sun's come out. That is Kay, isn't it? A pattern that she doesn't have yet. Alright, that's not an issue. And now remember where we were up to. We've had a big fat skip. Happy napping D. Thank you, Kath, for explaining about the delays and stuff in regards to the chat. It was actually Ninja that was above. So, as I said to Ninja, chuck me over a normal message on Messenger. So, like, me and Ninja, I harass a Ninja quite regularly on chat. How is it? I want to. It's okay, as I said to you, your name was announced, so you get it. You're stuck with another pattern and jumping through all of them hoops. LOL, you do realise Annabelle is not Disney. Annabelle. I'm not too sure what you mean by Annabelle, honey. Sorry, Kath. I'm not too sure what you mean by your comment on realise Annabelle's not Disney. And Ninja is threatening to slap me. She's only saying that because she knows I've got her address and I know I've got a car. And I could technically just drive up there and give her a kick up the bottom. We threaten violence on each other regularly. It's a lovable thing, honest. Right. So, and now I am up to the questions. Sorry, the answers. So, let me scoot down. I'm going to have a quick read through before I read them through, if that makes sense. And it skipped. Pants. All right. So, we have... No, all close. No. Check card. That's it. Right, and congratulations, we do have a winner. But I'm not telling you who it is yet. I'm going to be a cowbag. I'm now going to read through so you guys can go back to chatting normally. I will tell you who the winner is in a moment when we get to her answer. Yes, there's your clue. It's a girl. Right, so we have got number 1, which is a bow. Number 2, which is arrow. And then you have the paw. No, they didn't want to add that one in. An apple is not on the card either. Money. No. Friar Tuck is number 3. Who's got this card? Who's been sharing the answers? You guys are getting them out in order. Marion for Whisper. That is Maid Marion. And she is number 8. Hood is not on there. And then we got another Maid Marianne. No. Yeah, she was, of course, a number 8. Little John is a number 10. Arrows was number 2. A cloak wasn't on there. Kath, you were so close. If only you put the character down and not Alan Rickman. I'm sorry, babe. I can't let you get it. But you got the right one. We have got horse. Not on there. Stealing, not on there. Lady Guinevere. No. Will Scarlet. Not number 6. Ooh, Nottingham. On its own as a standalone word. No. Lil John is, of course, number 10. Maid Marian was number 8. Bow and arrow, that is number 1 and number 2. Paul was not on there. The actual... No, not yet. Sherwood Forest. And then, is that one on there? Is a number 4. Getting closer, Ninja. Fox. That's not on there, Kath. Thief is not on there, and neither is a gold coins. Men in Tights. Funnier film, but nope, that is not there. Prince of Thieves. Nope, and not on there. Our winner is, in fact, Aragorumi Ninja, with a Sheriff of Nottingham. Congratulations, darling. Oh, there you go. Done them in order. So, congratulations, Ninja. Now, what would you like to do, darling? Because basically you're getting a pattern today, whatever now. Are we going to either roll this on, or are you going to be nice and palm it off on... Where's she gone, where's she gone, where's she gone, where's she gone? Scoot down, scoot down, scoot down. To Kath, who didn't quite remember the character but got the bloke, the actor. Right, okie dokes. So let's I'll just scoot through the rest of them. I'm just going to read them quick in my head and see which ones made me chuckle. So we got Brian Adams He wouldn't have been on the card, but that was a very obnoxious after, what was it, 18 weeks in the charts for his song for one of the films. Impressive, not a lot of people can stalk a ninja. That's in regards to me giving her a kick up the bum comment, isn't it? Okay, so let me see. So Kath is saying, sorry with the delay in her comment, getting lost. I was saying about the creepy doll, and I'd said that Annabelle from The Conjuring wasn't Disney. She was being cheeky. Ah, right, gotcha. I tell you what, if Disney had made that doll with them type of eyes that was on my daughter's doll, that would have really worked. Right, so let me see. So Ninja is saying pay it forwards or play it back to Kath. So Kath, you've gone and got yourself a pattern. So far today we've got Kath, we've got Kate, and we've got our Ninja. That's my 3 winners so far. We're not doing too badly. And we've got 15 of you gorgeous, gorgeous crazies in at the moment. Hold on, play it forward to Kath. Kath said, I did remember I was trying not to win while giving valid answers. Have you got all 4 already then, Kath? Or have you just got the ones that you wanted out of the set that are up for grabs? Because if that's the case, just say, thank you very much, no thank you, roll it forward. And I'll flip the card over. Oh no, I won't, I'll get a new one. The pile's starting to get a bit low, mind. I'll have to get some more off the top of the cupboard. No, we did that one last night. Yes, right, so Kath has got all the patterns, so we will be rolling it on. Right, thank you very much, Kath, for reminding us. So it is... Oh, I was adding extra words in then. That's not good. Right, so what you're now looking for are things are found in gardens. So I'm just getting them up the chat. So throw out as many ideas as you can. And then we'll have a little break once this pattern is won. I've got to run off and go to the loo in a second. Actually, I'll do that now while you guys are thinking of things that can be found in the garden. Give me 2. God, I'm so happy the toilet's on the other side of this wall. If I had to go upstairs, it'd take me half hour. Right, so let me scoot back up. You guys have been firing out the ideas like there's no tomorrow. Good on you. And let's see if any of you have got the right answer yet. Right, so we have flowers. Nope, not on there. Spiders. In my garden, it's full of them. No, plants. No, I'll tell you what, this is a very boring garden on this card. And Kathy's saying, yes, I'm going to get lynched, but she is neither a Star W fan or a Spider fan. So she would feel bad taking the patterns. Okay, Have you already got a stitch in time then, darling? And not a spider fan. Or tree in a flower pot. He is cute. But don't worry, there will be another cute one next month. Actually, I might even get you to choose it. Let's have a look. Weeds. That's in my garden, Hilda. I will get there. I will get the right name soon. So let's have a look. Weeds. No. Worms and grass. No. Okay, so we are looking for more items that you put in, not items that are there, if that makes sense. Snails, birds, weeds. Nope. Garden furniture. Gonna have to break that one down for me, Whisper. Weeds, no. Bees, no. Fence. Is a fence there? No. Ants and butterflies. In my garden, it's full of flipping ants. We've got one heck of a mound, so much so it's growing up to the point it'll end up in a few years touching the moon at the way they're going. We're going to have to cultivate the whole thing and treat the whole area. We paid for a company to come in and kill them because of course we've got the dog, so of course we had to get stuff that would be safe if he decided to dig it up. But we had to keep him out of the garden for a good 48 hours and the ants loved it. So much so, they built an apartment block next door so their friends could move in. So it didn't work for us. All right, butterflies. Nope. Bugs. Nope. Gnomes is number 9. Jane, finally we found one. Ladybirds are not on there. Flowers. Nope. Hose. Nope. In Cat's garden there is, in hers. Dog poo. Things shredded by dog and dog toy. That sounds like mine, apart from we have the, as I said, the ant mounds. Grass, nope. A pond is in there, and that one is, where is it? I'm sure I saw a pond. Close enough. A water feature number 3. That covers the hose as well, gang. Green fly ninja, only if you bother to attempt to grow plants. They don't seem to like my plants. Some would call them weeds. Pond, mud, water, hedging, toys, soil. Shut right here. Oh dear. Right, keep going. I'm just trying to think of a clue for you guys. I will get there in a minute. I'm just going to scoot down. Hedgehogs, carrots, plant pots, lawn feature. Nope. If any of you get number 10, I will be very impressed because I think it would be a British male in his 50s. Who would think of this one first when you say about gardening? So you get extra poppy points for that one. And it skipped. Hold on. Brushes, swing sets. Hold on. Where are we? A long feature. Yep, done those ones, I think. Crikey, you guys are throwing it out. I am still on the look. And I'm just trying to think. There is actually a YouTube channel that goes into her garden to film. And her yarn is out there as well. Which I'm trying. I can't think of a name. Why can't I think of a name? I was on a live the other night. There's your biggest, fattest clue I can give you. Right. No, my luck. I've given you a clue and someone's already said it. So I'm going to just scoot down and read through now to double check. Because I've had a couple of skips and knowing me, I've probably missed it. Like missed your answer. So as I said, I'm scoot back up to the top and read it all the way down. No, that's the wrong question. There we go. And there we go. Got it. No, flowers, spiders, plants. Weird. No. I'm looking for a she. Grass, pond, waterfly, bugs, worms, pond, mud, water hose, hedges, toys, soil, shovel, hedgehogs, carrots, plants, pots, Lawn feature brushes, pull, mice, beans, soil. That one is close enough. Right, okay, so we do have our winner. We have it, and it is Hilda, or Hildy, or Heidi, depending on what name I choose on that moment in time. She has said a garden shed. Not quite spelt right, but it's okay, and I can't quite pronounce it how you've written it because otherwise it will come across rude. But congratulations, you got number 5, which was sheds. There we go, darling. So, Hilda, would you like to choose a pattern? Or are we rolling this forwards again? And now I know you've not been with us long, so you've still got some collecting to do. So remember, the patterns up for grab are May the 4th till the end of this month. Tree in a flower pot, a stitch in time, and then of course the new one that was this month's, which is a webtastic. So congratulations, honey. There we go. It's in the chat, so you all know. And as you saw, I was reading them down and reading them out loud, so you knew where I stopped. Bev says, water hose to hose my husband. Nah, I just pick him up by his feet and dunk him in the jacuzzi. No, he wishes I could. I couldn't pick him up. He's too tall. I could use his hair to sweep the decking. So, Kath actually has an alien and a tree in her garden, which she loves, as well as a dog and all the dog rubbish. Have these people actually been to a real garden? Do you know what? What they put on the card was a swing, decking, a water feature, gardeners, shed, patios, deck chairs, molehills, gnomes, and number 10's my favourite, Charlie Dimmock. That was the one I said if you were in over 40 or over 50 and I mentioned gardening, that would be the first thing that would probably spring to mind. I don't think any of you have put it. I'm still scooting down with Bev, with her. She can't spell it, but a gazebo. That's close enough. I could suss it. At any time, if you're not sure on how to spell it, spell words when we're doing stuff like this, or thinking, how do I spell it? Have I slightly got it wrong? And don't worry about your spelling, and just spell it as it sounds. Because I read quite phonetically. So for me, if your spelling's off, it doesn't matter if when it's broken down, it sounds, it's broken down in the sounds it's meant to be, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So there we go. So there was our Heidi. No. See, I've done it again. I am getting in a right muddle. She is and nabbing the pattern. Brill. Now remember, all of the winners today will need to pop a message on this video and once it goes into replay. And then fire me off that email and then I'll give you a code for you to pop onto the message that you put on the video, so that I can check that the email that I have is actually you. And then tell me the pattern that you want and I can fire it over. So congratulations again. Oh, sorry, Kath. Kath is saying that she has a tree, an alien, and the stitch pattern. So you've pretty much got the 3 out of the 4. It was just the webtastic that you weren't up for, which is fully understandable. The sweater in the back, I was wondering when one of you would notice that, because that's the pattern I was meant to be talking about on today's live, excluding the one that's mine. Oh, where have we gone? So let me tell you about that one. The information for it is in the drop down box along with a link to video number 1. It is a free pattern on YouTube by the Make and Do crew. Okay, I used the Dreamcatcher yarn by Stylecraft, and I think it was 4 cakes I used in total. Although I have got a video coming out later this week where I do a product review for that yarn, and I tell you I used 3. My bum's not that small, it was 4. It's an okay yarn to work with. It is a bit of a mixed yarn, but when it comes to sewing up your work, don't. You can't sew it. You're going to have to crochet the parts together, because that yarn felts as you're pulling it through. Right, so Hilda is saying Heidi or Hildy is okay, or Heidi is okay. I will get there. I was doing really well today. Most of it I've spent calling you the same thing. Whether it's correct is a whole different matter. Right, Whisper is saying no, the alien equaling a stitching time pattern. Say, brain is turning to mush. I've got half a cold coffee and half a drink left to go yet. Right, okie dokes. Yep, definitely confusing everybody. Definitely confusing me when it comes to me reading the chat today. Kath has the 2 out of the 4 patterns that she wanted. So there we go. All sorted. All is okay. Because she's saying no, 2 out of 4 patterns. The purple one is an alien as well. I keep forgetting that actually a stitch in time is an alien. I just see him as something cute and fluffy. Back to this one. The pattern name I just remembered is the Up North. There we go. Oh, really brain cell moment today, isn't it? Proper off today. Right, so we have got 16 of you guys and girls in at the moment. Whisper is saying, oh, coffee, and she looks at Sven. Sven is her son. Go on, boy, chop to it. Make mummy a brew, and then you can bribe her when she takes you out later. Stitch you up, girl. Oh dear. I'm thinking a couple of ice cubes in this and it'll go down extra nice. And so for the girls that have come in while we've been playing the games, what are you up to? What are you crocheting, or what are you just doing today? Are you avoiding housework? Hiding in the downstairs toilet away from the kids because they're doing your head in? Or something else? I don't even know how long I've been on for. Oh crikey, 1 hour 22. I am definitely talking your ear off. You guys have all started falling asleep on me. Right. Oh, Whisper, that's just so unfair. She's saying that Sven is making her a cup of coffee, but he didn't hear me. I think she's got her earphones on, you know. So there is no need for Mum to bribe him. That is not fair. But then she does spoil him rotten as it is, so it's equals, isn't it, honey? Oh dear. Right, so what have we got? We got our 4 winners done and dusted today. Unless you guys want one more card and then we'll go. But I did this last night. This one more card lasted us a good half an hour where it kept getting rolled on. Alright, I think everyone's starting to drift off. Have we got any of you going live today? Gathy's saying that Whispers Sven, he's good. He's a little Tenosaurus. I love that phrase. Absolutely love it. Probably saying it wrong, but we all know what I mean. And so Whisper, are you having a live today, Kath? Are you doing a live? I'm just seeing who else might still be here that has a channel as well. I'm trying to think. brain's gone to sleep. I'm just waiting for him to catch up with me. I'm chatting and chatting, and Kath is saying her boyfriend is starting to complain he's on too many lives. And in regards to that, darling, set him up on his Game Boy or his Xbox or something. He'll be happy with that, surely. I know mine is. And a whisper is saying that according to Reggie, he's one of the sweetest and politest teenagers that she's met. And she was like, yeah. In regards to that, there is no live for Whisper today, and Linda is live tonight. Linda, which Linda, darling? And the only live that Kath has done at the moment has been with our cheeky Reggie. Come on, Kath, you got to get to it at some point. It's fun. It does take a little while to warm up to it, though. And Hildy is saying, mine is the only live that she comes to visit. Oh, bless, I feel really privileged now, Hilda. It will go in. She's saying she loves it here. Hilda, another good one to watch is Reggie at J Hook Crochet on a Sunday. There is so much knowledge that she passes out, and her lives are also really, really fun. I love going there. And you'll meet quite a lot of the crazies that are on the chat today also are over there on a Sunday. I don't think she's got a live this week though, because she's got family over, and so she's spending time with them because she hasn't had a chance really to see them, has she? It's like with all of us, we've not had a chance to really see our extended families. So she's back in a week or so. Kath, Whisper, do you remember what the date was that Reggie said that she was back? Was it 1 or 2 weekends that she was having off? Yeah, so she's like me, she's got quite a regular upload when it comes to chats like this. Whisper just pops on and surprises us from time to time. There we go. Oh, is it Linda Simpson, is it, that's on live tonight? Oh, I'll try and get on there if I've got everything charged up. Is she a Brit or is she American or whatnot? Just so I can try and work out the time that it would normally be. Ah, right. So Reggie has got 2 weeks off. This is weekend number 1, isn't it? I'm getting withdrawal symptoms. I am getting withdrawal symptoms. It's back on August the 8th. Oh my gosh, that feels like forever. Forever, Reggie. Come back to us. We're missing you. She's not even here. You never know. I might be lucky. She might come in and watch the replay later just for a bit of a giggle. And it's her next one is a crochet for men. Oh, I've got to do it. I have got to do it, and I'm going to be running in going, what about this, hubby? What about this? And he'll be telling me he'll lock the door and tell me to bog off. Okay, so Linda is a Brit, so yeah, regular time over here then. That's sweet. So there's no having to stay up past midnight is what I mean by that. Because that's the only problem with me watching some of my American crazies. Not the crazies, but the American channels is if they're sort of 9 o'clock in the evening their time, that's midnight at the moment, past midnight for me, so it is an absolute nightmare. That's why you get to see me a lot on Granny D's, because she does the earlier lives. Thank you for dropping the link there, Whisper. I really should have done it earlier. But yes, Hilda, that channel and that lass is absolutely gorgeous. She is Reggie. She is over in Germany, but she's not German, so that might confuse you a little bit, but she's closer to you as well. Right, I think that is pretty much me for today, actually. Oh, I didn't mean him locking me up. I meant him locking the door to his office so I couldn't come in and bug him. don't give him ideas for cripe's sake, otherwise I will be in trouble and there might not be a live next week. There'll be messages sort of put up on Facebook, help me. I can't find my cash card to break out. Has anybody got a spare knife? Because, of course, my husband will be coming down in the comments down below going, don't listen to her. She's a qualified locksmith. She can escape any room. Oh, dear. Right, so I think that is pretty much it for me for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. And remember to, if you are after the written pattern for this one, keep an eye out on my Ravelry page. Is that new? There's only that one pattern at the moment, which is the unicorn, and this one will be up. Hopefully I'll get it up in the next couple of days. I'm not going to push myself, because if I say I'll have it up by this evening, you know there's going to be more spelling mistakes than anything else. So I'll take my time, make sure it's done properly first time round. Yep, so hold on, we got a couple more. So Whisper is saying she went to so of course Kath's still giggling at husband locking himself up, but she said a little bit further on, she's saying, oh, he would lock himself in even better. And Whisper is saying that she went to visit Reggie in person, and they were mixing up 4 different languages, because of course they were speaking in Dutch, which is a Whisper's go-to language, and then they were in German, because of course they've learnt that one, and of course English, and they were mixing it up with a bit of Hebrew, which is our Reggie's go-to language as well. So I should really not call it the go-to, it's first spoken, isn't it? But I quite like the idea of the go-to language, your normal language. That is 4 different languages. I can speak a minute amount of German. I'm not very good with English, although it's my first language. And not had a chance with Hebrew or Dutch. I really need to learn some new ones, but my brain can't even cope with English. Right, so Heidi is saying, you're welcome, Poppy, and thank you for the chat. And Whisper is saying, Kath, there's only 6 weeks or so before they go to Belgium all together. Oh, don't. You're making me jealous, gang. Absolutely jealous. Can't wait to see any videos you guys put up of that, by the way. Right, so Kathy's saying, take time all. She's definitely looking forward to it. And thanks for the fun time all. And have a wonderful day. And yes, Bob, how awesome. Right, as I said about 10 minutes ago, I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really, really soon. So if you can, please stay in. Definitely stay safe. And ta-ra for now, everybody. I'll leave the chat going, gang, if I remember.